Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome you back to Southwestern University, Taylor Sanders Field. Third game of the day, day 2 of the 2018 SCAC Softball Championship, an elimination game. Well, this is going to be a good one, James. We have the number 1 seed, the number 2 team in the country, the Bulldogs of Texas Lutheran, taking on the Pirates of Southwestern. The question is, can anyone dethrone the Bulldogs looking for their 5th consecutive conference championship?
Well, the Pirates of Southwestern are certainly going to try. They're going to need a great pitching performance from Lindsey Longuet. They're going to need pretty much the approach they took yesterday to Schreiner at the plate. And even then, who really knows if you can get to this TOU squad? They are that good. This is a big game for both squads. The winner of this game sails on to Sunday as they will play in the SCAC championship game and have the advantage, just needing 1 win on that day. Meanwhile, the loser of this game will go on and play later tonight in an elimination game.
Bulldogs, as the 1 seed, will be the home team, and it will be Maitland Raycroft. Raycroft, the 5'10 senior right-hander from Spring, Texas, out of Klein High School, gets the start in the circle. She was phenomenal yesterday for the Bulldogs.
Her 12th, 12. She's a sophomore on this team. 12th no-hitter of her career, 4th this season. She shut down a Centenary team who was riding pretty high after an earlier win, and she has just been one of the best in the nation all season long.
Pirates, as the visitors come to bat first, it will be the right fielder Sydney Scott leading things off. Scott digs in to face Raycroft. Pirates with a 5-2 victory over the Crusaders of Dallas. And then a 12-2 victory over Schreiner in 6 yesterday.
First pitch, Scott fouls off. Scott comes in at .366 average, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, 23 RBIs. Had a big 3-run bomb against Schreiner that really broke that game wide open last night.
Sophomore from George Ranch. Takes a cut, finds herself down in an 0-2 hole.
Well, and if you look at Raycroft, a .98 ERA, 17-0 on the season, making her 20th start, 24th appearance, 99 2/3 innings pitch, 131 strikeouts to 36 walks.
0-2 high, now 1-2.
And you see her dominant pitch. It is her rise ball. Centenary struggled mightily with it yesterday. You've already seen it a few times here in this at-bat alone.
Silvas goes down swinging for the first out. Does Scott, and that will bring up Silvas, the shortstop. And here's a look at the rest of the Bulldogs defense. Alyssa Cantu's the catcher. Infield from third to first. Kyla Lockley at third. Cassie Roach at short. Madison Cates at second. Kelsey McEachern at first. The outfield in left, Skylar Roulette. In center, Kelly Jordan and Cassie Maddox in right. So 1 away. Now the Pirate shortstop Celeste Silvas up to bat. Silvas, the junior from Corpus Christi King High School.
As she takes ball 1 there on the rise ball, but you see just how good that pitch is. So hard to lay off.
1-1 count. Umpires for today's game. Gwen Boudreau behind the plate. Michael Kindleberg and Clyde Bartimus in the field. Chases the rise ball for strike 2. You mentioned that is the money pitch for Raycroft, but don't be fooled. She has a very deep and varied arsenal.
Especially that changeup. Watch her work that changeup in. It is very, very nasty. Also has a nice slider that she works with. She will work with all those pitches. She had a pair of walks yesterday. If you can, lay off, it's so hard to do, but if you can lay off that rise ball, a lot of times it will go for a ball.
In, and Silvas goes down looking, and that brings up the conference newcomer of the year, Pirates left fielder Grace Phelps.
Phelps, a .386 average, 10 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and 31 RBIs. And, hey, if you're a hitter on this team, you've got to realize that, hey, you may strike out today, you may strike out twice today. You've got to come, though, with an approach every single time and see what you can adjust to while you're seeing Raycroft.
Freshman from Hardin Jefferson, big swing for strike one. Bulldogs have won 28 consecutive in 2018. Their lone loss of the year came back on March the 4th, a 5-0 loss to the number 1 ranked team in the country, the defending national champion Virginia Wesleyan Marlins.
Still number 1 at this time as well. Quite a program over there.
They have won 49 straight in regular season play in the SCAC, has TLU.
And as we've said, the 4-time SCAC tournament champions, they're looking to make it 5 in a row.
Phelps back in, awaiting the 0-2 pitch. Just outside, Raycroft varying things.
And you see where it's just a great location there on an 0-2 pitch. Good patience there by Phelps, but phenomenal pitching by Raycroft.
1-2, Raycroft went high again, but Phelps able to get a piece of it to stay alive.
Phelps looking to try to get something started here. Top of the first. Pirates are the away team at their home field. They're the number 3 seed. TLU the number 1 seed.
That being said, they are occupying their home dugout.
They are, indeed. That was something agreed upon by the coaches. Dugouts are really no different on either side, so really did not make a difference.
Pirates, led by head coach Angela Frobe, Sally Sukroff, her assistant, Wade Wilson, the head man for the Bulldogs, Sarah O'Brien, Dennis Moe, and Ed Zarzabal, the assistants there. As this is fouled off again. Good at bat from Phelps.
This is a great at bat from Phelps. Raycroft showing her a lot of different pitches, and I've always said it, anytime you can get deep into a count, even no matter what the result is, early on if you can get deep into a count and let your dugout see a lot of pitches, that's always going to be a good thing.
Freshman left fielder awaiting the 1-2 from Raycroft. Pops it up. Third baseman Lockley there to make the catch in foul territory. And the Pirates go in order to start things off. Bulldogs coming up to bat for the first time. Bottom of the first, Bulldogs coming up to bat for the first time, able to retire the Pirates in order their first time up. Bulldogs will face Lindsay Longay, the 5'6" sophomore right-hander out of Missouri City, Texas, Ridge Point High School product.
Now she's going to take the circle for the 3rd time in this championship. She will get her 10th start, a 6-4 record, 2.13 ERA. She comes in allowing 19 runs on the season, 42 strikeouts to 22 walks. They need a big game from her. They need her to keep these TLU bats at bay to give the offense a chance.
First pitch just outside to Lockley. Lockley, the third baseman, the senior from Wharton, out of Bowling High School. Lays down the bunt, but lands in foul territory.
Yeah, Lockley, a 387 hitter, 8 doubles on the year, 20 RBIs, 36 runs scored, which leads the team. She is a terror on the base paths, 36 stolen bases this season and 37 attempts.
Rips that foul. 1-2 now the count. Kelly Jordan, center fielder, waiting on deck. She'll be followed by the first baseman, Kelsey McEachron.
That's what's kind of scary, too, when you think about it. You've got Lockley, who has 36 stolen bases, and then the lady on deck in Jordan has 29 stolen bases. This is a team that has scored 155 bases this season in 168 attempts.
To left field, Phelps backtracking. Goodbye. A lead-off home run from Lockley. And that quickly, the Bulldogs are on top, 1-0.
Yeah, she just took that pitch. It was right over the plate and drove it. Her first home run of the season. She does it in a big way, and that one was way out of here.
And as you probably heard, the very large contingent of Bulldog fans making the trip up from Seguin on their feet. And a lot of fans for this one. The Pirates here at their home ballpark. And the Bulldogs, well, their fans are used to traveling to support this team. Center fielder Kelly Jordan now comes to bat.
Jordan, a .374 average, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 16 RBI as she takes ball 1.
Freshman from Brenham. Mentioned her prowess on the base pass. Will swipe a bag anytime the opportunity presents itself.
For Longuet there, I mean, she got ahead in the count, but when you get ahead in the count, you can't dish one up right down the middle like that. This is too good of a hitting team. They're not going to miss those pitches, and just not the ideal start for the Pirates. You're just hoping Longuet can maybe settle in here and, you know, not let it get past her. Just a problem anytime with TLU. 1 run can be all they need sometimes with Raycroft on the mound.
Chases it high. Nice pitch from Longuet, and the count goes 1-2 to Jordan.
A good little pitch there by Longuet. She fires back, gets ahead in the count.
It is warmed up, now 84 degrees here in Central Texas. And this is going to go to left field. Phelps able to make the catch for the first out. There is a slight breeze headed out to left field, but Lockley certainly didn't need it for her leadoff home run.
Absolutely not. She got every bit of it. A lot of power there from the leadoff hitter.
Brings up the 3-hole hitter, first baseman in Kelsey McEachron.
McEachron at .295 average on the season, 6 doubles to go with 24 RBIs and 21 runs scored as she takes strike 1 on the outside corner.
Senior from Atascocita out of Huffman High School. Up and away, 1-1 to McEachron.
Outside there, but
the question is, how does Longuet come back after giving up the leadoff home run? This is a team that you have to take advantage of opportunities when they present themselves. And you cannot get down early, as talented as TLU is.
No, you can, and you've got to, again, it goes back to the short-term memory we've talked about as a pitcher. You've got to know, as I said, when you're at the plate against Raycroft, you know you're going to strike out every now and then. What adjustments are you going to make? You got to know as a pitcher, you're going to allow some hits to this offense. This team hits .351 as a team. How are you going to adjust?
Now 1-2 to McEachron. Designated player Padilla waiting on deck. Chases it high. Great pitch there for Longuet to record her first strikeout.
Yeah, a little rise ball of her own there. Went way out of the zone and got McEachron to chase, and there's 2 away in the inning. Nice response here from Longuet. This is what you like to see. Now can she finish the inning off with Padilla?
Brings up Haley Padilla. Padilla had a 2-run bomb in the Bulldogs' 8-0 victory over Centenary yesterday. Pops this one up. Will stay in the infield. Silva's there at short. Makes the catch to end the inning, but not before the Bulldogs strike first. The leadoff home run from Lockley makes it 1-0 TLU.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
To the second we go. Pirates trail the Bulldogs 1-0. A leadoff home run from Kyla Lockley. And the Pirates, who went down in order their first time up to face the senior right-hander Madeline Raycroft, now coming up in the second. 4, 5, and 6. Kofor, Jack, and Curtis up for the Pirates.
Well, Kofor has had a big SCAC championship so far. Her average has now gone up to .402 on the season, 12 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, 40 RBIs on the season. She takes the first pitch for a strike.
Pirates sophomore first baseman Kaylin Kofor out of Tomball, Texas, from Klein Oak High School.
Should be a good little battle here between two premier players in the SCAC.
High and count 1-1. Raycroft, she wants another conference championship, wants another tournament title, but she is looking for a national title to wrap up her collegiate career.
Absolutely. This TLU squad, they know they are close. Raycroft, a senior on this team, knows that knows what the ultimate goal is.
2-2 now to Kofor. They have fallen to the likes of UT Tyler, the Patriots, one of the best in Division III. ETBU there as well. Unfortunately, all three in the same regional.
Yeah, it's more than likely you're going to see those three teams again in the same regional, which is very unfortunate considering TLU's number 2 in the nation and UT Tyler is number 3 in the nation. ETBU always a top 25 team as well. Those are all potential World Series matchups.
Payoff pitch. Kofor goes down swinging, a third strikeout in the first 4 batters faced for Raycroft.
And it's going to bring Izzy Jack up. 277 hitter, 6 doubles, 13 RBIs. See if she can figure something out here on a Raycroft, who has yet to give up a hit in the SCAC championships.
Designated player, sophomore from Houston Memorial, fouls off the first pitch.
You've just, as I said, kid, you've got to have approach. You've got to be zoned in and ready for everything. As focused as they were yesterday against Hannah Ortiz, a first-team All-SCAC pitcher, they've got to step it up even more against somebody like Maitland Raycroft.
Raycroft, one of the best in the country. One, up for ball 2.
Good patience there by Jack. Gets the count to 2-1. Now a little ahead in the count, but Raycroft, she's not afraid to go back to her rise ball, not afraid to go out of the zone here.
Curtis waiting on deck as this one is popped up behind the plate. Cantu doesn't even have to flip off the mask and is able to make the catch for the second out.
2 away in the inning. Raycroft just continues to dominate here in the early goings.
Now center fielder Taylor Curtis up for the Pirates.
Curtis, a .340 hitter, 8 doubles, pair of home runs, 21 RBI. She had a home run in this tournament against Dallas. Lined one out of here to center field.
Senior from Bryan. Awaits the 1-0. make it 2-0.
Yeah, didn't miss by much there. Taylor maybe just staying patient at the plate, maybe even taking for a strike here, which may not be a bad idea, especially with how much Maitland likes to use that rise ball and work around the zone. Maybe just taking for a strike.
In for a strike there.
The tough part about that, when you get a fastball there, I don't think you're going to get very many fastballs like that from Raycroft. So I think anytime you get an account like that, you got to be ready to swing the bat on her fastball, because then a rise ball may come out of it.
High, and count goes 3-1. You mentioned the focus that is necessary when you come up to face Raycroft. You've got to be focused on each and every pitch. No chance to let your attention wander for even a second.
I mean, it's such a chess match with her, because, I mean, she can come with the fastball. She can come right back with the rise ball, which looks so similar. She can hit you with a nice changeup she hasn't even used today. She has the slider. She has so many different pitches that she has in her arsenal. It's just a nightmare for a batter, really.
Count now full to Taylor Curtis.
Curtis now has it full, half the battle here.
Payoff pitch. Curtis goes down swinging. Another strikeout, fourth for Raycroft, and for the second consecutive inning, the Pirates retired in order. Of the second, 5, 6, and 7 coming to bat for the Bulldogs, already leading 1-0. They led things off. A leadoff home run from their third baseman, Kyla Lockley. Second baseman, Madison Cates, at the plate for TLU.
Cates, a 364 hitter, 5 doubles, a homer, and 18 RBI. As Longuet going to go out for her second inning of work.
Cates, the sophomore out of Baytown, Sterling High School.
Keep in mind with Longuet, she has thrown quite a few innings already in this tournament.
Pretty pitch there, finds the corner to even the count.
Through 6 1/3 yesterday, another 6 innings later that night, and she's back out for the start here today.
Roach waiting on deck, who led to follow. Cates goes high in the zone. Francis makes the catch for the first out.
Now, we've talked about Raycroft's rise ball. We're seeing it from Longuet as well. That rise ball is giving TLU some troubles here. She's been able to retire a few off that alone.
And I can guarantee you that Lindsay Longuet has heard so much about Maitland Raycroft, as we all have, and for good reason, I might add. But when you're facing a pitcher, an opposing pitcher that good, this one fouled deep and hard down the left field line. Well, everybody's going to raise their game, and certainly her opposite position will as well, and you're seeing that from Longuet.
Absolutely. She's facing Cassie Roach now, the SCAC Player of the Year. Just fouled one off, a .414 average, 11 doubles, 3 home runs, 18 RBI on the season.
Roach, the sophomore from Corpus Christi out of Gregory, Portland. Underneath this one to left field. Phelps there to make the catch, and it's 2 up, 2 down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you see, we talk about how good the TLU crowd has been, but the Southwestern crowd really filing out nice. We got a pretty good crowd all around. We got 200 plus here at Taylor Sanders Field enjoying some softball.
Number 16, Skylar Ruin.
Great fans befitting the occasion as left fielder Skylar Roulette comes to bat.
And Roulette, a 384 hitter, 11 doubles, 26 RBIs as she takes one high for a ball. And hey, for Longueuil, you start with the leadoff home run, but since then you retired 3, and now you're set up to possibly get a 1-2-3 inning. That'd be big for her early on.
Roulette, another Gregory Portland product, sends this to left field, and that is going to drop in front of Phelps for a base hit. Roulette comes up with a 2-out single.
Good announcer's jinx there as Roulette drops one in to left. Good effort by Phelps. It's a good thing she got a glove on it, as if that would have gotten by, Roulette would probably be standing on third.
The number 8 hitter in the lineup, the catcher Alyssa Cantu, comes to the plate.
Cantu struggling a little bit at the plate, one of the few Bulldogs with a 211 average, 4 RBIs on the season, 5 runs scored. She's only making her 20th start of the season. I don't want to say it's a break in the Bulldog lineup because I don't think there was ever a break in the Bulldog lineup. Because I imagine the minute you think that with Cantu, she will turn on something and make you pay.
Sophomore from Baytown Sterling. Quick 2-0 count to Cantu.
Now, with that said, Longueuil does have to be aware, though, that this is somebody who's a little bit lower when it comes to batting average. You need to go after her.
Pretty pitch curving away for strike 1. Now 3-1 to Cantu.
See if Longueuil can battle back. Really can't afford a walk to keep this inning alive.
Fouled back and out of play.
Crowd is in a frenzy to get foul balls, to get those coupons for Buffalo Wild Wings. Sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings.
I think the race for the foul ball is one of the more entertaining things. Another reason to come out and join us here at Taylor Sanders Field as Cantu chases it outside and goes down swinging to end the inning. The Pirates able to keep it a 1-run game as we head to the third.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Keep watching me. And
to the third we go, 1-0 Bulldogs on top of the Pirates. Bottom of the order coming up for Southwestern at 7, 8, 9. Their third baseman Andrea Hearn leading things off.
specifically Maitland Raycroft. That answer so far? No.
It's been a 6 up, 6 down for the Pirates.
Not only that, it's been she's starting inning number 8 of her championship, and she has still yet to allow a hit.
Going back to yesterday, obviously, Raycroft so impressive in that 8-0 victory over Centenary. Took down the ladies in 5.
And she faces Hearn now. Another sophomore on this team, a 303 average, 2 doubles, a triple, and 8 RBIs.
Hearn from League City out of Clear Springs High School. Good eye, watches it high, and count moves to 2 balls and a strike.
I mean, if you're just watching her hand, she's holding back so much on that rise ball. So difficult. Trying to pick that pitch up out of her hands. So hard to distinguish between her fastball and her rise ball.
Low, 3-1 the count now to Hearn.
Good AB here by Hearn. Now, this is a couple batters that have been able to get some good counts here on Raycroft. Can they take advantage of it?
Crosby waiting on deck. Francis to follow. Low and in. And Crosby draws the lead, or excuse me, Hearn rather, draws the leadoff walk, and that will bring Crosby to the plate with a 1 aboard and no outs.
That's big there. Gets a runner on. Gets something started for Southwestern. And you got to imagine Coach Rose thinking a sacrifice bunt here. Let's get Hearn into scoring position and bring up one of our hottest hitters right now in Caitlin Francis.
Crosby, the sophomore from Houston West Side.
And if you're Crosby, again, this is a situation. You want to get, you're down 1-0. You want to get that runner in the scoring position. You know, this is not a time to bunt for a hit. Square around, get the sack down.
0-1, bunted foul. Crosby now down in the count 0-2.
Unfortunately, can't get the job done, but she is a slapper, so obviously stick the bat out, see if you can get something on the ground and get that runner over to second.
Big swing and a miss. Crosby goes down. Another strikeout for Raycroft.
Yeah, Raycroft now up to 5. And now we'll have another little interesting matchup here with Caitlin Francis, the freshman catcher. Francis this season, a first-team All-SCAC selection, a 377 average, 4 doubles this year, 8 RBI. She has 5 hits. She's 5 for 6 to plate in the SCAC championship.
First pitch, call the ball 1.
Well, if Francis can get ahead in the count, you would love to see her maybe sit on one of these fastballs and drive it like she's been able to do this whole weekend.
Freshman catcher from College Station. Able to restrain herself and now finds herself up in the count 2-0.
And Raycroft a little bit frustrated. You can kind of see it a little bit. I think she's just missing just a tad high in the zone, and that's why she's not getting the call.
Pumps that one in for strike 1.
And 2-0 count there. Decides to take. Honestly looked like she was taking all the way as opposed to, looking for a pitch. It looked like she was just sitting and waiting. But she still has a 2-1 count, still in control.
In to even the count at 2-2.
Now, there is a difference. You do want to be smart at the plate. You do want to try to read pitches, try to get something on Raycroft, but there is being a little bit too patient at the plate. That's 2 good fastballs into the zone you may want to try and jump on.
Francis off the hands. Roach backtracking. Able to make the catch for the second out.
There is a difference between being patient, being smart at the plate, but kind of lacking aggressiveness also as well.
So the Pirates been able to get their first base runner on, a leadoff walk from Hearn. Can they do anything with it?
Number 6, Sydney Scott.
Now 2 down. Back to the top of the order with Sydney Scott.
Yeah, Scott going to step to the plate as she takes a strike. Already 0 for 1 today with a strikeout.
Scott, big cut now down 0-2.
Yeah, Raycroft this inning has struggled getting behind some batters. Not the case here. She gets ahead 0-2, and she's got a lot to work with an 0-2 count.
Fouled off. Scott maybe starting to catch up to it a little bit.
It did look like Jordan Bishop was starting to warm up a little bit down in the bullpen for the Bulldogs. I did wonder if they were going to go Raycroft the full game. They still may, we'll see as the game progresses.
Runner takes off to second. The throw is there. Cantu. Roach over to apply the tag. Hearn thrown out to end the inning. Third, Bulldogs looking to add to their 1-0 lead. It'll be 9-1-2 coming to bat for TLU. Their right fielder, Cassie Maddox, comes up for the first time in the ball game.
And Maddox, a .394 hitter in the 9-hole. 8 doubles, 5 home runs on the season, and 40 RBI. So they got Maddox in the 9-hole today. Just interesting, if anything.
Maddox, the junior from Midland. And count goes 1-1.
Well, I got to give some credit here to the Longueuil. She's done a nice job. You know, not the start you want whatsoever, giving up a solo shot to start the game, but she seems like she's settling in okay.
Over to third, and that one off the glove of Hearn. Silva's unable to get to it in time. That is going to be an error charge to the third baseman. E5 puts Maddox on to lead it off.
Yeah, just her not able to get in front of it. Goes right off the glove, and there's the start for TLU as Lockley comes to the plate, the one who had the solo shot back in the first.
Third baseman, Lockley at the plate. Senior shows bunt, lays it down. Hearn comes in from third, able to make the throw, but the sacrifice bunt moves Maddox on to second.
Nice play there by Hearn. Fields it clean, makes a nice throw over to first. And for TLU, you've got to love Lockley. You know, the girl that came up, hit a solo shot, able to take one for the team there, put the sack bunt down, and put a runner in the scoring position with one down.
Center fielder Kelly Jordan now up to bat.
And Jordan 0 for 1, a fly out to left, her first at bat.
Nice pitch. Longueuil finds the corner for strike one.
As we said, the winner of this game will go to Championship Sunday. They will go play in the SCAC Championship game. We'll have another elimination game after this at 5:30.
That is going to go to center field for a base hit. They will hold Maddox at third. Jordan shows off her wheels in its second.
Yeah, you know, the base hit into center. Curtis came up throwing home, even though Maddox was already held up, and that allowed Jordan to move up to second base and put 2 runners in scoring position. So you got to hit the cutoff there.
First baseman McEachern at the plate.
And McEachern, she takes ball 1, struck out her first time. But as we were saying, We will have Centenary and Shriner squaring off an elimination game at 5:30. The winner of that game will play the loser of this game with a spot in the SCAC championship game out on the line at 8.
Ripped, but foul.
McEachern got all of that one. Bulldogs want her to straighten that out.
Yeah, very careful not to show her that same pitch again. 1-1 to McEachern. Pops it up, stays in the infield. Crosby there to make the catch for the second out.
Yeah, that's a beautiful slider just going over the outside part of the plate. McEachern was just way ahead of that one. Just pops it up off the end of the bat, and that is a huge out for Longueuil. And these are the type of moments. Can they get TLU, get out of this inning, and keep it a 1-0 game?
Designated player Haley Padilla up to bat. Popped out to short in her first at bat. Two 2-0 to Padilla. Padilla, the freshman from Smithson Valley.
She had a home run yesterday, up to 8 on the season.
Padilla laces this one to left field, and what a play by Phelps. Had to make the catch and did to end the inning.
Yeah, she read that off the bat, got a good jump on it, and she's able to pull it in. Kit, we are through 3 innings of play. Texas Lutheran leads Southwestern 1-0 on to the top of the 4th.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Through 3, Pirates trail the Bulldogs 1-0. Top of the order coming to bat for Southwestern here in the 4th. Scott, Silvas, and Phelps.
Top of the lineup to the plate. They tried to steal Hearn with Scott at the plate. Figured they could either get her in scoring position or give Scott a fresh at-bat. She ended up getting thrown out, so Scott gets a fresh AB against Raycroft.
Tried to bunt it down the third base line, but goes foul.
And at this point, you're going to take whatever you can get on base. They are coming at a premium here against Raycroft. Still has the no-hitter as we start the top of the 4th.
Only one Pirate has been able to get aboard. Hearn led off the 3rd with a walk. That went well over the top.
A rare moment from Maitland Raycroft where
Did you see a little smile there from Raycroft? She's hard to face. Normally pitchers will get down on themselves. Raycroft just a grin.
she knows she doesn't do that very often.
And comes right back with a strike on the next pitch.
That's probably why she had a wry grin right there. Just comes right back outside corner, no problem.
1-2 to Scott. Fouled back, out of play. Scott goes down swinging to start the inning.
And now 6 strikeouts for Raycroft, just continues to dominate, and it just shows how many different options she has. I think that was nothing more than a fastball there and just blew it by her.
6 strikeouts in the first 10 batters up to face her. Celeste Silvas, one of those victims, pops this one up, and Cantu makes the grab for out number 2.
And just like that, 2 outs for Raycroft. Now, Grace Phelps is going to come to the plate. Now, she's 0 for 1. She popped up to the infield, but I thought she actually had a very nice at-bat. She fouled quite a few pitches off, actually, before she ended up flying out. I'm actually very interested to see what Phelps can do in the second at-bat.
Pirates have got to figure out a way to get things going. Still looking for their first hit.
I'll tell you, Phelps was right on that one. She fouled that one straight back into the backstop. As the count goes 0-1.
One and one.
Pirates giving us a lovely rendition of Amazing Grace in the dugout. Not quite Sunday. They're not taking us to church quite yet, but if they're here on Sunday, they may.
1-1 popped up, stays in the infield. Roach makes the catch, and again, the Pirates go in order. Bottom of the fourth, 5, 6, and 7 up for the Bulldogs. Welcome you back here to Taylor Sanders Field, Southwestern University, for Day 2 of the 2018 SCAC Softball Championship Tournament alongside James Hill. I'm Kit McGonigo. And James, the Pirates still looking for their first hit off of Maitland Raycroft. The good news is they trail just 1-0.
Yeah, they're getting a good showing here from Lindsay Longuet. I mean, she came up, had runners at second and third with 1 down, and number 3 and number 4 coming to the plate for TLU, and she was able to get out of that inning. She's done a really nice job in this circle. They're going to need her to continue to stay at this pace and keep these TLU bats at bay if they're going to want a chance here this afternoon.
Second baseman Madison Cates leading things off with a 1-1 count.
You know, as they try to figure out Raycroft, you know, at this point, defensively, you've got to be sure-handed and keep TLU at 1.
Time called as Cates digs back in. Fouled back, strike 2. Roach waiting on deck, who let to follow.
We keep raving about how beautiful a weekend it has been so far, and the crowd just out in huge numbers.
And it is absolutely perfect weather. Temperature about 84 degrees, but a very nice breeze going across the diamond from first to third, making things very pleasant considering we are, well, the end of April here in Central Texas.
I think as that one misses for a ball, you know, as a Central Texas native, that this is not always the case in late April. You're usually already melting about this point in the season.
It can be 95 or it can be 45, and we are happy that it is what it is. That is going to go home run. Madison Cates takes the 2-2. Another leadoff home run, and the Bulldogs have extended their lead now 2-0.
I mean, really, it's no more than she went up and got that. That was actually out of the zone. It was a rise ball out of the zone. Cates just went up, was able to get all of it, and it, I think, just the rest did itself. Went over the fence, and it's 2-0 TLU.
Lockley led off the game with a solo shot. Cates follows suit, leading off the fourth with one of her own.
You see how hard it is not only to get a run, but to get a hit off Maitland Raycroft. You can only imagine how hard it could be to get 2 runs off Maitland Raycroft.
Shortstop Cassie Roach comes to the plate.
Now in number 30, Cassie Roach.
Yeah, Roach on the day, 0 for 1. She flew out to left her first at-bat.
1-0 to Roach, the sophomore from Gregory Portland. History of very good baseball and softball in the greater Corpus Christi area. Always has been here, well, at least as long as I can remember.
Roach definitely a good product. She was the SCAC Player of the Year named a few days ago.
Over to third, picked up by Hearn. Hearn able to get the throw to Cover. 5-3 for the first out.
Well, again, Longuet gives up a leadoff home run to start the inning, and she bounces right back, gets an out on the SCAC Player of the Year. So seems to have already forgotten about it and moves forward.
Ouellette, the freshman, another Gregory Portland product. She and Roach played together in high school, now in college.
On the day, she is 1 for 1. She singled to left in her first at-bat.
Called in for a strike, evens the count. Just low, 2-1. Fouled off. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ouellette.
Yeah, Longuet battling here. Ouellette fouling that one to the right side, and we sit at a 2-2 count. 4 hits in this game for TLU as they have the 2-0 lead.
Count now full.
No walks on the day for Longuet, which has been good for her. Can be one of her Achilles' heels sometimes, and as we say that, there's the walk.
So issues the first walk to Ouellette, puts a runner aboard with 1 out. Trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. And brings up the catcher, Alyssa Cantu.
Yeah, Cantu struck out swinging her first at-bat. Actually drew a full count before striking out.
Throw over to first. That one was offline. Crosby was covering. I think Crosby was trying to avoid the collision with the onrushing Cantu, but as it stands, Cantu will move to second on the error. And Ouellette on to third.
And that right there is what you can't do if you're Southwestern. You can't give Texas Lutheran free passes like that. I mean, a simple play. Really, everything looked fine. I think you're exactly right. I think they were just trying to avoid a collision, and it ends up being extra bases. And now runners at second and third, and TLU can break this game open with Maddox at the plate.
Just 1 out. 2 in scoring position for Cassie Maddox. Got aboard via an error from the third baseman her first time up.
takes ball one. We mentioned Maddox, one of the leaders in RBIs on this team, actually. You said there's just no breaks in this this Texas Lutheran University lineup.
Maddox, the junior from Midland, watches it high, and the count now 3 balls, no strikes.
Longuet maybe losing her composure just a bit here. I mean, just the 2 things you can't do. Starts with a walk, follows with an error, and suddenly it's a 3-0 count.
Outside, and the bases now loaded as Maddox walked by Longuet.
Well, some trouble here, trouble brewing here for the Pirates. This is on the brink of breaking open here with Lockley coming to the plate.
Time is called. The pitching coach, Ali Sukroff, out for a word with Longuet.
Just going to try to calm her down. I mean, keep in mind, on third base is Ouellette. She reached on a walk. On second base is Cantu. She reached on an error through a sacrifice bunt. And on first base is Maddox, who also reached on a walk. It's just things you can't do with TLU, and, you know, don't be surprised. See if Longuet can get out of it, but don't be surprised if they make you pay here.
When we talk about free passes, they will come back to haunt you, especially when you're taking on a team as good as the Bulldogs. 1 away, bases loaded. Bulldogs on top, 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th.
And you got Lockley at the plate now.
Now back to the Bulldogs, the leadoff, number 11.
Homered her
Tyler
first
Lockley.
at bat. 1 for 1 on the day with a home run and a sacrifice bunt.
Cates led off the inning with a solo shot. Lockley, she led off the game with the solo shot.
Deep one as well.
1-1.
Well, needless to say, Kit, this is going to be a big moment in this contest.
That is to left center. Goodbye. The grand slam from Lockley. She has 2 home runs in 3 at-bats, and all of a sudden, it's a 6-0 Bulldogs lead.
Nothing more to say. I mean, Lockley got the pitch over the plate, drove it to left center. She had no home runs coming into today. She's now got 2 in her 3 at-bats, and unfortunately, that's going to do it for Longuet.
Pirates making a change in the circle. We will have the new Southwestern pitcher when we return.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
The Pirates making a change in the circle. It will be number 14, Nadia Natek, the 5'8" sophomore right-hander from Buda out of Hayes High School.
Natech, a 4.51 ERA, 65 in the season, 18th appearance, as he starts with a ball, 63 and 2/3 innings pitch, 23 strikeouts, 25 walks.
Natech takes over for Longuet. 1 out, bases cleared, and that is going to go for a base hit. Jordan to left field. They will hold Jordan at first.
Huge turn at first. Thought for a second she was going to try for 2, and she held up.
She was going for 2.
I mean, she was halfway there, really.
I think our first base coach, Sarah O'Brien, was able to reel her back to first.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Sarah was telling her, why did you come back? Or maybe reeled her back in. I'm not sure which one she was doing. Almost like a minute she was saying, hey, you were halfway there. Why not just go ahead and finish it off?
Either way, Jordan aboard with a single. And now Kelsey McEachern, the first baseman, at the plate with a 0-1 count.
I mean, if you're the Pirates, you've got an uphill battle. Can you avoid even TLU scoring 2 more runs in this inning and possibly ending this game early?
And that's going to get through. Past the diving Crosby at second. McEachern continues the hit parade, now 3 in a row for the Bulldogs.
I mean, TLU's just kind of flexing its muscles right now, and it goes back to what we've said, Kit. The first time around, Longuet does a pretty good job, slows them down pretty good, has it going for about 3 innings, and then you start seeing them the second or third time, and TLU suddenly not quite as fooled anymore, and now they've exploded for 5 runs and maybe more with this inning still going.
Padilla at the plate. The runners at first and second. Madison Cates, who is now on deck, led off this inning with the solo shot.
And we've seen 2 homers in this inning already.
Padilla sends it out of play.
2 homers in the inning with the leader on the team in home runs at the plate with Padilla. 8 on the season. We've already seen her hit 1 in this championship. 1 yesterday against Centenary.
Up and away, 2 balls and a strike now to Padilla. Padilla laces this one to dead center, but Curtis is there to make the catch.
Yeah, Padilla put a charge into that one, but Curtis was right there to make the play and get the second out of the inning.
And it brings up Madison Cates, who led off the inning with a solo shot. Her getting her second at bat here in the 4th.
TLU can beat you in so many ways. Today, it's been the long ball. All of their runs coming on home runs. Lockley with the solo shot. Cates led this inning off with a solo shot. Then Lockley again with the grand slam.
Takes for strike 1.
When we were here yesterday, it wasn't even the home run so much in that game as to just solid hitting, finding gaps, finding holes. Well, that's just how talented this team is.
Cates gets it through past the first baseman, Kofer, and that is going to be dropped. Scott unable to get to it in right field. Another pair of Bulldog runs come in to score, and Cates all the way on to third. It is now 8-0 TLU.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Scott out there. She just kind of misplayed it. And a run comes across, and you see Caitlin Francis is walking out, and she's calling the entire team into the circle right now.
Something you rarely see. The outfield coming in as well, and that's the freshman catcher, Caitlin Francis, bringing everyone together for the Pirates.
Probably just, coming in to say, this isn't us right now, Simple thing. Sydney Scott's an excellent right fielder. You don't see Sydney Scott running up on a ball and just simply missing it and letting it get by her. Just mentally, this inning has gone awful. It's been a nightmare inning for Southwestern. They just can't seem to get out of it right now.
And, well, it's not going to get a lot easier as the Conference Player of the Year now at the plate.
It goes back, as we said this from the start of the inning, when the error happened with Southwestern on the sacrifice bunt. If you want to beat Texas Lutheran University, if you want to beat the #2 team in the nation when it comes to softball, you cannot make mental mistakes like that. It will make you pay every single time, and you see it now.
And that'll get through the left side. Roach with the RBI single brings Cates in, and it's 9-0 Bulldogs.
We're going to see another pitching change here. Natek just, in fairness to Natek, I mean, she's kind of coming into a buzzsaw right now. TLU is just swinging with so much confidence.
We'll have the new Pirate pitcher when we return.
Fellow students, faculty, and staff at their school community. Athletes are expected to be individuals who will make a
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.
New pitcher in the circle for the Pirates. It'll be number 19, Bailey Meyer, the 6-foot sophomore right-hander out of Colorado Springs from Pine Creek High School. There are 2 away. Runner at first. And the left fielder, Skylar Ouellette, up for her second time in the inning. 8 runs plated by the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the 4th.
And they still may not be done here. I mean, Meyer coming in just to do a job. Can she get an out here? I mean, just unbelievable stuff here from the Bulldogs today. They are, if I may borrow a soccer term for me, they are in top form right now.
They are indeed. That much I can agree with emphatically. They have won 28 in a row. They're looking for their 5th consecutive SCAC tournament title. A team that, well, when it comes to regular season play, we mentioned it, they have won 49 consecutive in SCAC regular season action.
Well, I'll say it. I'll tell you this, kid. I'm not trying to draw anybody away, or because this is softball. Anything can happen in this sport. But if TLU holds on here and punches their ticket to the SCAC championship game, somebody is going to have to beat them twice to be named SCAC champions. And I'll just be honest with you, I don't know if anybody can do that. This team is just so unbelievably complete. Somebody's going to have to come along and really just play 2 back-to-back amazing games to beat a team of this caliber.
3-1 to Ouellette, fouls it off, and count goes full. Their only loss, we mentioned it, to the defending national champion Virginia Wesleyan. I saw that Virginia Wesleyan team last year in Oklahoma City when they won their national title, first ever. And if that is your only loss of the year, I think this team has a great shot to make it to OKC and certainly a shot to compete for a national title.
No doubt. They're going to have a tough road ahead, but they can absolutely do it.
Popped up into foul territory.
Looks like it just fell foul.
Yeah,
good effort.
Apologies. It was out of our viewing area, and it did. Silva's the shortstop closest to it, but it could not make a play.
You take a look, when you knew this team was going to be, legit, you look at their weekend in Tucson where they played some of the best teams in the nation.
St. John Fisher, who was in Oklahoma City last year.
4-3 win. Co-College a 5-4 win as the inning ends. We'll pick this up after we come back. TLU scores 8 in the bottom of the 4th. The Bulldogs leading the Pirates 9-0. Pirates going to need at least 2 runs to extend this game. Early? No, we won't.
We'll start every game at 5.
Top of the 5th, Pirates trail 9-0, in danger of losing this game via the run rule. And they have, well, as you so correctly said, partner, they have run into a buzzsaw today in the Bulldogs of Texas Lutheran. Everyone knows about Maitland Raycroft, and for good reason, the senior, one of the best pitchers in the country. But this has been a complete performance, every aspect today for the Bulldogs.
You got to think head coach Wade Wilson's got to be very, very pleased with what he has seen from his squad today. And we were talking about it before we went to break as Kofer steps into the box. You know, you kind of knew this Texas Lutheran team was legit. Their trip to Tucson, Arizona, St. John Fisher 4-3 win, Co-College a 5-4 win, St. Thomas another OKC participant last year, a 4-2 win, Barry, who's currently number 5 in the nation, a 9-7 win, Babson a 14-4 win, and then that lone loss coming to Virginia Wesleyan by 5-0. You know, and I don't even think Maitland actually pitched that game. I think they saved her, maybe realized, hey, we might see each other again.
That is going to drop in foul territory.
Yeah, they actually pitched Cassie Maddox that day. They didn't pitch Jordan or Maitland in that game.
Yeah, give Coach Wilson credit. He was thinking down the line if they would see the Marlins again in Oklahoma City with larger stakes on the table. He did not want to show them his 2 aces. 1-2 pitch to Kofer, fouled back. 4, 5, and 6 up for the Pirates. Kofer, Jack, and Curtis. In for strike. Another strikeout for Raycroft.
I just got to remind the people, Southwestern hits 350 as a team. This is not a team that doesn't swing the bats well, that struggles. This is a team that hits over 350 as a team.
This is the 3 seed.
that too.
The 3 seed here in the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference Championship Tournament, as Jack at the plate, quickly behind it, an 0-1 count. Make it 0-2. Raycroft. No, she's 2 outs away. Jack fouls it off. Raycroft has not given up a hit today, has not given up a hit so far here in the championship. 0-2 popped up into foul territory. That's going to drop.
And Wade Wilson came out of the dugout yelling. I'm not sure if the umpire was in the way or what, or I don't think it was Angela in that case.
Umpires will come together to confer.
I thought it was interesting. You saw Roach, I guess knocked off guard, whatever it was. She stuck her bare hand out to still try and make the play.
That gives you an idea of what this team is made of. They are leading 9-0 here in the top of the 5th, and the Conference Player of the Year tries to barehand a pop fly in foul territory. As Jack will come back to the plate with a 0-2 count.
If you're a TLU fan, you probably appreciate Wade Wilson. It's a 9-0 game. You're 2 outs away from ending this game, and he is still very much in tune, engaged, everything into this game, and you can just see it. You can see it in his face. You've got to appreciate that, and that's kind of the program and that's just what he's built here at TLU.
Yes,
the culture.
Indeed.
That's what I'm looking for.
It is a culture, and you can use whatever analogy you want, but it stems from the top. Be it a Fortune 500 company, a college athletics program, it is a culture And Coach Wilson has certainly built one there in Seguin. One away, no one aboard. Jack awaiting the 0-2 from Raycroft.
Question is, can the Pirates, even if they can't extend this game, they want to at least get a hit on the board here.
Well, right now it's about pride. And obviously they can still come back. It is a very difficult hill to climb. Stranger things have happened. Not saying the Pirates can't do it, but
we've seen stranger things today.
We have. But they have yet to record a hit, let alone a run off of Raycroft, as this is fouled back out of play.
A reminder, our next game, both teams are already here. It's going to be Shriner and Centenary in an elimination game starting at 5:30. And then the nightcap at 8 p.m. And let's just say this result does hold, it will be Southwestern at 8 p.m. taking on the winner of Centenary Shriner in an elimination game.
And the count goes 2-2. We started the game with the day with 6. We will finish with 2. We've already seen 2 eliminated today.
Already 2 gone. Dallas, in heartbreaking fashion, went home earlier today. Trinity also home. Some short drives to Irving and San Antonio.
Now full count to Izzy Jack.
Raycroft, we believe, became
Jack to left field. Ouellette is there. The Pirates down to their final out.
Oh, we found out yesterday only one other no-hitter in SCAC history, and I apologize, I don't have it in front of me. I cannot think of the name. It actually was a Southwestern pitcher from the 2015 SCAC championship who threw a 5-inning no-hitter against Austin College. Her name is escaping me right now. But so she had a no-hitter. Raycroft became the second, and she is 1 out away from becoming the third and the first ever to do it 2 times in one tournament.
2 times in as many days, I might add.
Unbelievable. Do you throw her out for the championship and let her go for 3 in a row?
I think at this point, it's up to her.
I would think maybe their other excellent pitcher, Jordan Bishop, might have something to say for say, hey, coach, I'm over here too, and I'm pretty good myself.
I think you're right, and obviously we've mentioned it before, softball different than baseball, the underhand motion. You don't have the wear and tear on the arm. You can throw more pitches. You don't need as much rest, but I would pat Raycroft on the back and say, take a break. You have done everything we needed you to do. Popped up. Shortstop Roach makes the catch. And the Bulldogs get the victory 9-0 in 5. The second consecutive no-hitter thrown by Maitland Raycroft. Just the 3rd time ever in SCAC tournament championship play. She threw one yesterday, has thrown another one here today. Absolutely incredible stuff. And the Bats, well, the Bats doing their part as well. 8 runs in the 4th, 9-0 the final. Bulldogs book their spot in tomorrow's championship final. The only question is who they will play. Stick with us as partner James Hill heads down to the diamond, speak with Coach Wilson, and, well, I can guarantee you he will be speaking with number 2 as well. Maitland Raycroft will join them. What a performance. 2 no-hitters back-to-back for the senior from Spring, Texas, out of Klein High School. Absolutely incredible stuff. We now head down to the diamond. Check in with James.
Southwestern Pirates here to move on to the SCAC championship game. And we're here with Coach Wilson and Kyla Lockley. And Coach, we'll start with you. You're going to have to tell me a little bit about Kyla. Had no home runs on the season. She comes in today, belts 2 out with 5 RBIs. Talk about her day.
She had a good day. I mean, she saw the ball well, and they tried to get in on her, and it was wind blowing out, and she squared it up. She's got quick hands and did a good job of getting the barrel on the ball.
Talk a little bit about Maitland Raycroft again, another no-hitter, the first SCAC player to throw 2 no-hitters at the SCAC championship. She just seems to be in top form right now.
She is, and she hasn't been the form she was last year, all year. I mean, we've seen specks of it, but to see her come out this weekend and be what she's capable of doing, it's fun to watch her compete. Our kids are rallying around her, and our kids are getting her some runs on the board, and that makes things a lot easier.
And Kyla, I'll turn to you. So first of all, you start the game with the leadoff home run. You come up later on with the grand slam to really break the game open. What were you seeing at the plate? What was your approach?
Our approach today was, for me, yesterday I went 0 for 3, and so today was just to break it simple and see the ball hit the ball. It felt good. I was seeing it well, and I was sitting inside, and I wanted to hit that inside pitch, and it worked out perfect for me.
A little bit about your teammates. Obviously, Maitland does a great job in the circle today. Your defense was also just on point all game long. Then you guys really got it going in the 4th inning, really blew it open. Talk about that performance.
It just all seemed to really, really click today. Maitland threw really well yesterday, and we had a great game yesterday as well. But today it was just a little, even extra. There was just a little more fire under all of us. We were kind of slow in the first few innings, but once once we have that move, it's everybody steps up, and it's not just one player. Everybody comes together, and we're so team driven, and we all work so well together, and it really is something special when it happens.
The Bulldogs defeat the Pirates 9-0. They move into the SCAC championship game tomorrow on Sunday, guys. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Yep. And that will do it for our broadcast here. Again, TLU defeats Southwestern 9-0 here in 5 innings. 2 straight no-hitters from Maitland Raycroft. That is the first time that has happened in SCAC championship history. She has just been absolutely phenomenal. We are coming back to you at 5:30 with our next elimination game, and it will feature the number 4 seed Centenary College ladies and the number 2 seed Shriner University Mountaineers. Should be a great contest. Got 2 more games left for you, both elimination games here today. For my partner, Kit McConico, and the rest of the SHN sports team, we will see you again at 5:30 for our next matchup.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com.